Good evening, everyone, and
Good evening,
welcome to yet
friends.
another session where we have some good news in the thing that Bollywood, the present Bollywood industry, because of all the negative karma what they have done in the past, the kind of nefarious activities that Bollywood is involved in, and now the box office business is very bad of Bollywood, and it looks like Bollywood is going to sink big time in terms of business and in terms of facing serious losses because number one, people are boycotting Bollywood films left and right, and number two is after Sushant Singh Rajput died, people sort of got together and they started boycotting Bollywood. And number three is people have started accepting realistic films like Kashmir Files, Kerala Story, and they have started seeing through the kind of agenda that was peddled through Bollywood for so many years, especially the agenda of our neighboring country Pakistan, and they used to make fun of Hindu gods, Hindu rituals, and because of all these factors, right, and also thanks to COVID, in a way, the complete Bollywood box office business has sunk, right? And we also will be coming to that story in detail. And let's welcome each and everyone. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Pansy. Hi, Divya, Neelam. Welcome, HRK, Roja. So, yeah, it is over to you.
Yeah, welcome, friends. And we've got a lot of good news, in today's session. So, meanwhile, welcome to all of you. As Divya says, the time has come for them to learn a lessons. So, first, let's start with, the Khan who lost all whatever he had through his movies, and that is Amir Khan. Now, PR and his well wishers are trying their best to portray him in a good light. In an interview recently with Bollywood Hangama, Mahir Jain said in 90s the underworld was ruling the film industry, and all film stars had to accept the invitations and visit the Middle East for their parties. But Amir Bhai put his life at stake. He never agreed to it. He's a man of principles. The film producer also added that Amir Khan also refused to endorse a few brands while doing the television show Satyam Jayate, and said for almost 3 years he did not advertise for 4 to 5 brands which he used to endorse. This is because he felt that Satyam Jayate is a serious show, and an ad featuring him coming in between the show would reduce its seriousness. So he decided to let go of all the endorsements. Praising the actor, Mahavir Jain said, he is one of the finest human beings but is highly misunderstood. He is probably one of the most misunderstood celebrities in our country. Sometimes social media perception and reality can be two different things. Anyone who knows Amir Bhai personally would say the same thing. Meanwhile, Amir Khan was last seen in the movie Lal Singh Chadda, wherein he was with Kareena Kapoor. The actor's film failed to perform well at the box office and collected only 61 crores. The actor was recently seen launching the trailer of Carry On Jatta 3, and at the trailer launch event, when asked why he hasn't announced any film after Lal Singh Chadda, he said, "Today we should ideally only talk about Carry On Jatta. But since you all must be curious, let me quickly give you an answer. I haven't decided to do any film as now. I have to spend time with my family right now. I'm feeling good about it because that's what I want to do right now. I'll do a film when I'm emotionally ready for sure." So, friends, however much well wishers or his best friends or his producers or directors say good things about this midget, we can all only say that he has tried his best to attack Sanatana Dharma through his films. He's tried to mock our religion, he's tried to mock our deities, and he's always had an anti Indian stand. And whenever he has spoken, he's always spoken against India. His very visit to Turkey proved that he was anti Indian. So there are lots of things that he has done which have proved that his films are flopped for a reason, and this will continue. So I feel that the midget should take a long holiday a sabbatical and just rest with his family for a very, very long time to come. So let's take a few comments. Murderwood will never ever forget Sushant. Good for them. Justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Ankita says, Meena ma'am and Jaydev, good evening.
Hi, Ankita.
Yeah, good evening, Nina.
Good evening,
Kunzu,
Nina.
good evening to all. Welcome, Divya, Neelam, Pansy, all of you. Yeah, so this is so the like you say, in American movies they say you have titles like eraser. So for the moment I think Amir Khan has been erased from Bollywood. So public memory is also short. We'll not see him for a long time. Yes, Jay, back to you.
Yeah, and friends, don't forget PK film. PK film of Amir Khan, where there is a scene in which there's a person who's dressed up as Lord Shiva, and Amir Khan makes fun of him in the bathroom, right? If you guys remember that scene in PK film, so now you can see where Amir Khan is, right? He's nowhere, right? He's down in the dumps, and Lal Singh Chaddha was the biggest flop, right, in his career. Just like how Salman Khan's films are flopping, and Kisi Ki Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan is one of the biggest flops in the career of Salman Khan, in spite of the kind of effort he has put in. I've heard Salman doing BBOTT. Think of the situation now. Yes, Ankita, Salman has struck a deal with Z5 OTT platform, friends, and Z5 OTT platform will screen all of Salman Khan's films exclusively. So now he knows that he's not going to make much money out of his future releases also, like Tiger 3, right, which is one of his hits in the past. And now you can see the kind of confidence he has, that he is very much low confidence, especially after the flop of this particular film. And you can see how the power of public, especially the Indian public. They choose what they're going to watch in the theaters, and now they're doing it judiciously. Before they used to just go, just like that, for a weekend or something, for having a good time, and they used to see all the Bollywood films without knowing what is the real sort of picture beneath the scenes, or beneath the what's happening under the Bollywood industry in the hidden
Yeah.
dirt.
Meanwhile, also, friends, what I find rather amusing is that, see, Adipurush, the trailers have been changing left and right. Every time somebody makes a criticism, they go and change it. I don't know whether they're doing it through a Photoshop or whatever. So recently they showed the trailer, and then some person on social media said, "Look at her; she's wearing a sleeveless this thing and semi-naked Sita, and no jewelry, nothing, no bindi, nothing." And same thing about also Prabhas and all. Within a few days, another trailer had come. In that, Sita had put a bindi, she had put a pearl necklace, and she had covered herself with a shawl. So these people are constantly thinking that social media is going to tell them what to do, and then they'll be on the right path. First of all, movies made out of drug money is something people are going to boycott. That is 100% sure. Okay. Even let me tell you, friends, I don't know why you have not raised a hue and cry over it. The movie that was made by Maniratnam, yeah, PS1 and PS2, the producers were raided by the ED for the kind of money they had used for the movie. So, isn't it a fact that Aishwarya Rai, with all her, anglicized Tamil, and her hair falling all over her face, had taken money that is usually, used for terror organizations? Because whatever money was funded, if that itself is in question, that means the money that PS1 and PS2 have used, the actors who have been paid, it is that money, the money that funds terrorists. And then they go home and they catch their daughter's hands and they go and swing on every swing and have lollipops and things, because their world is safe. The rest of them can go to hell. Similarly, Adipurish, we all know who are the producers, and we all know where the money is coming from. And we all are going to boycott it because there is no resemblance of the history at all. First of all, they call it a mythological movie. Why is it mythology? You mean to say that this has not happened in our history? All these places that have historic places that have, say, Sita's temple, the place where Sita was in Sri Lanka, all these places are intact. And you mean to say that you want to call it mythology, my dear Bollywood, and we will say that it is mythology? And then you change all the characters. Even the kind of looks that these people have hardly bear any resemblance to the divine characters that we have in Ramayana. So, what are we talking about? Are we going to actually see this movie? No, definitely not. They may use the best music, they may use whatever they want, but we have decided to boycott. So, whatever strategy you use, it's not going to work. Yeah, I think your next news is about that, isn't it, Jenny?
Yeah, so coming to Adi Purush, friends, and as all of you know, that Adi Purush is going to release, and Prabhas is acting in it, and apparently the Adi Purush people, the team, made an announcement, you know, and now going by the statement, one seat in every theater will be unsold during Adi Purush screening. The unsold seat will be dedicated to Lord Hanuman to celebrate the beliefs of people. Now, ahead of the film's release, the makers have announced that one seat in every theater will be dedicated to Lord Hanuman. Okay, and Lord Hanuman. Here the history of paying respects to the greatest devotee of Rama. Lord Hanuman appears whenever Ramayana is recited. It is our belief, respecting this belief, every theatre screening Prabhas's Adi Purush will reserve one seat for Lord Hanuman without selling it. So this is apparently you can see how now Bollywood is playing the
The
emotional
emotional,
chord,
yeah, religious sentiment of the
emotional and religious
public.
sentiments of people.
Of the public. Now, here, if you just look at this poster, friends, does Hanuman look at all like Hanuman? No, he doesn't. He looks just like a mullah praying in a masjid. That's all. Nothing more. Okay. And if you look at Lakshmana, there is a purity in these people's faces. He doesn't look like Lakshmana, nor does Prabhas. Prabhas just looks like either Ravana, I mean, a very handsome Ravana, we would say. He looks more like a Ravana rather than a Sri Ram. And of course, Kriti Sanan looks anything except Sita. So let us not even delve into this movie and find out any sort of values in it. Eslavi says, I watched the Kerala story. It was a great watch. Just don't feel like watching Bollywood anymore. Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is the thought of many of the people in India that after watching Kerala Story, they don't want to watch any Bollywood film, right? And that's why Kerala Story has crossed 300 crores in box office with just a budget of around 30 crores. So you can see the kind of success that a small budget film like Kerala Story, which shows the real story, right, of what's happening and what has happened already, of many Kerala girls being fooled by love jihad, and they are smug, they go to places like Iran, right, and Syria. So I mean, we have to give credits to the full team of Kerala Story, especially the director Sudipto Sen, who had come to our show on Candid Meena, before the release of the film, and he had urged each and every one of the viewers to watch the film. And it's good to note that some of the Candid Media viewers, they are going to the theater in different parts of the world, and they have watched the film, and it's a good thing. Yes.
Yeah. Moving on to the next piece of news. The volatile box office business faces mounting pressure as Bollywood remains unsure when the next new big film is going to hit the screens. Upcoming movies like Ajay Devgan's Maidan, Shah Rukh Khan's Jawan, Ayushmann Khurrana starrer Dream Girl 2 all have seen a shuffle in their release dates. Maidan's release date has shifted from June. While in June we have releases including Adipurish and Satyaprem Ki Katha. After that, I don't see any major releases till July 28th. Ranveer and Alia's Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani will release on July 20th. While there are major releases in August, too many films will be coming together, and this will affect the business, said Mohit Agarwal, owner of a single screen theatre, Maya Cineplex in Gorakhpur, UP. Maidan was scheduled to release on June 23rd, is likely to get pushed to the first week of September after Pathan's success in box office, according to Shah Rukh Khan. Khan's Jawan is one of a movie that people are awaiting, is what the Bollywood PR has to say. Now it has got postponed from June 2 to August 25 due to delay in post-production work. Dream Girl 2, which was initially scheduled to release on July 7th, got shifted to August 25th, but with Jawan releasing on that day, the film is likely to move to another date. Another much awaited release, they say, is Fakri 3, scheduled to release on September 7th. 2 is likely to change its date of release. Yeah, and emails were sent to Izzy Studios, Balaji Telefilms, and Excel Entertainments, who are the makers of Maidan Dream Girl 2 and Fakre 3, on the change in release date, did not receive any response till the time of writing this article. We saw only one big star led film releasing on Eid, Kisi Ki Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan, starring Salman. And then we'll have another release on June 23rd, but we're unsure if the film Maidan will release on that day. Bollywood release calendar has gone for a toss. The bashing of Bollywood films have taken recently. I feel because of what they are waiting because of that they are waiting for people to come to theaters and momentum at the box office to pick up, said Amit Sharma, MD of Miraj Cinemas. He said that earlier during April to June, which is the period after the IPL, there used to be big film releases, but that has not been the case this year. We have no big films. This year it was supposed to be Jawan releasing in the post IPL period. But then the film got pushed and no other film has filled that gap. Shuffling and last minute decisions on release date indicating an ebbing confidence of makers in their product. Audience can smell a product and this affects the box office business. Also, too many films coming together is not a good scenario and is a sign of panic, said Girish Johar, producer and film trade expert. Also, delays after excessive promotions of a movie can lead to fatigue and box office results then may not meet expectations, said Akshara Bhalero, head of sales and acquisitions at Civic Studios. Bollywood under pressure. Now, Johar says that Hindi film performance is under pressure because the critical summer period has been missed. Now, whatever time is left, all the big films are getting sandwiched and more movies are getting released in a limited window. Films don't have breathing space. Also, audiences can't afford watching many movies in a limited period. Where movies are evenly spaced out, people have the money to go to theaters to watch the films, pointed out Agarwal. Sharma said that Hindi films have underperformed at the box office in the first quarter of FY24. April was okay in terms of revenue because South took care of the box office business, while June looks promising with Hollywood release Flash. Now, with Adipurish coming in, they are just waiting and watching. Top multiplex chains like BVR Enox have also talked about the high volatility in the box office business of Hindi films, which affected the company's January to March sales this year. Hindi box office earnings came down from 531.4 crores to 392.6 crores. PVR Inox to shut down over 50 screens in the next 6 months. Agarwal said that after Ajay Devgan's Bola and KBKJ, no major Hindi film released in theaters and exhibitors should meet their expense only because the Kerala story made some money. There should be two major releases every second week that helps in boosting the business. Business would have been badly affected had the Kerala story bombed. He noted that the films that used to see 50% occupancy in pre COVID times are now running with 30% occupancy in theaters. PVR Inox to delay a fresh handover of screens due to volatility in box office business. Johar said that every couple of movies, there's a film that comes as a lifeline for cinemas, which gives theater the oxygen to survive. So, which I would say are movies like, the Kashmir Files and, you know, Kantara, and this is, the Kerala Files. So he says this is not a healthy scenario, as an industry needs to have consistency. One release in 3 weeks does not result in good health exhibition of the industry. This is why cinemas are closing down. The Kerala story gives theatres a new lease of life after months of lean business. PVR Inox recently announced the closure of 50 screens in the next 6 months, saying that the screens either operate at a loss or are situated in malls that have reached the end of their life cycle. With little possibility of rejuvenation, the company also added that it's in the advanced stages of fit out of 175 screens, but it will wait for the box office to stabilize before taking over the next set of screens for fit out. While Hindi box office languishes behind pre-COVID levels, exhibitors said that Hollywood releases this year are giving confidence to theater owners. Movies like Fast X, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and other Hollywood movies are doing well and have set the momentum at the box office and given confidence. So, this is the kind of scenario that Bollywood is facing. It's like a suicidal mode, you know. If you push the button, they're all dead. That's how bad the scenario is. And look at it. Look at the irony. Everybody wanted to pull down the Kerala story. And the Kerala story has come as a miracle for these theaters and have helped the theaters to survive. Look at that, a small budget movie made in some 30 crores, 36 crores. Today is making more than 300 crores. So it's an irony. Never talk bad about something because that itself may be, something that will save you and actually keep you floating. I'll just take a few comments. 72 Hurain is criticizing Islam or is it making us understand Islam? Let us wait because you never know how they may fool you all over again. Never to forget the reality of drug use.
Yeah, and also we would like to add, the certain Hollywood films are also doing very well in the box office, like Fast 10, and you have Avatar. So there are certain Hollywood films also keeping the theater business alive in India. And along with only from the Indian film industry side, it's only Kerala story. So you can see how badly Bollywood is business, has been affected. We have completely explained to you in a nutshell as to what is really going on, and how theater owners are crying, right? Because especially the companies like PVR and Inox, they are shutting down many screens all across India, 50 screens, right? And this is it says a lot because Indians in general, they are known to go to the theaters before COVID at least, and now after COVID it's only for the films which really deserve to be seen in a theater that people are going and spending their hard-earned money. Films like Kerala Story, films like Kashmir Files, films like other Hollywood films, which have been taken very well. And it is really good CGI. It has real good effects, real good action scenes, unlike the kind of CGI crap which you see in Pathan or any other films like Kisi Ki by Kisi Ki Jaan. So you can see that now the audience is very well informed because of the OTT platforms, and they have a lot of choice in consuming quality content. If they want to watch a quality French film, if they want to watch a quality Turkish action film, they have the choice, right? And they have
See, in fact,
YouTube. They have,
we were
yeah.
watching this movie Fast and Furious, and the kind of finesse such movies have. No Bollywood movie can come anywhere near it. Similarly, Avatar, the latest Avatar, every scene is so interesting, the way they take it, because see, they care for the viewer and they care for the public. See, if you say that you paid so much money for the ticket, they give you the full ticket worth entertainment. And so, yes, Divya, you're very correct. No wonder Kerala story is like a slap on their face. Maya says, with so much info and content available on social media, why would anyone go to theaters except for real movies like Kerala story, like print media with AI? We may see the end of the theaters. Well said.
Yeah, we very well could see the end of theaters, Mayaji.
Yeah. So let's take a few more comments.
Hi, Sunanda. It's after a long time. We are seeing you live at least. Um, and it's good to see you.
Many Jewish
Um,
and other white Americans also watching the Kerala story. Welcome, Sunanda, back. Regarding the fact of best civilization of India, we all should boycott Bollywood. Now, here, friends, see something about the political field also. Uh, Sunanda says, I feel so happy. Thank you, Sunanda. We are we as well. So, about the political scenario, friends, there's a very huge assault on our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And we all need to be very, very careful. And we need to support our leader. We need to support our country. And we need to, if there are false facts coming out from, foreign sources which come under Soros, we have to clarify it. Let us give out the facts so that people can spread it. We have to keep our country intact. Our country, which is the cradle of culture and Sanatana Dharma, has to be protected at all costs. We are the custodians. Okay. By the time we are gone, another generation will come. We need to train the next generation as well to look after our country, our values, our traditions. Today, why we are not hippies or we are not smoking weed all the time on the streets is because of our culture. you know so I was just watching some of these what you call music events, and then there is something called a boiler show, where a boiler room or something, where you have the DJs and all the people inside the room, all, it's very hot and they have this very, very fast music going on. Now half of them are on dope. Okay. And the people who go there, see, one thing you must know. Yes, trance music is good when you want to, let go your stress. Dancing is always an outlet, for your body. It's a good exercise for your body. But when you combine it with drugs or alcohol, it is, what you call, it's a cocktail that will kill you. Okay. So please, my advice to all the youngsters is that do not go to such events, because whether you like it or not, somebody will put something in your drink, and it doesn't take you long to become addicted or hooked to drugs. Some of the people were saying within a few days, you will be so hooked onto it, you cannot come out of it. And once you're hooked, to come out of it is terrible. I was watching a Hollywood movie. I forget the name of the movie, but here the daughter, she was hooked to drugs, and she tries to return home to her mother, but her mother does not accept her. Because knowing that it's, she always said that she'll go to rehab, but she never goes there. She returns after that. So how much the mother suffers because of the child's, addiction. And finally, she thinks that there's hope and she helps her to find out that again she's lost. You see? And the last scene is again how she comes back. But what I'm saying is, it's not only the person who takes drugs that suffers, the whole family suffers, the children suffer. So, what you may think of as youngsters as dance parties and these rave parties are not good for youngsters. It's okay if it's only just, soft drinks and something, but that never happens. Rave parties are meant to encourage the drug scene. So, this is a warning to people that try to be careful. They're spiking everything with, yes, exactly, dark matter. Fentanyl is the most poisonous of drugs these days, which is deadly. Even rapper Mac Miller died from fentanyl spiked cocaine. And if you see some of the scenes in USA with people hooked to fentanyl, you don't know how they are surviving. They just lie on the streets with so many injection marks and have all the diseases, the sexually transmitted diseases, because you're lying on the streets. Anybody can exploit you. So this is something, friends, you have to be very careful, and you have to spread the message. I do ecstatic dances. It's very good and pure. Yes, absolutely. See, in fact, all divided streets of America, in any ashram, the guru always says, how do you loosen up? First, you dance to good music, and you loosen your complete muscles. It's very important. And it's this loosening of muscles is what makes you go into deeper meditation. So, as you said, that's a very good thing. That's the biggest of every mother. It's very difficult and challenging to withdraw from the drug addiction. I'll tell you a case about, see, sometime back, in our company, there was a young boy who had joined, and he was a very good engineering graduate, and he joined us, and he was working very well till we realized that there were many days that he would take off, you know. And then when we asked him, he would not say anything. He would come back, and of course, we would also not mind it. Then his parents came to us and said that, see, this boy is heavily on drugs, and that once he takes drugs, he doesn't realize who's standing in front of him. He will abuse his parents and call them all sorts of filthy words. He said, and they were saying, telling my husband, please save him. He's a young boy. Soon he'll be on the streets like a beggar. You know, kindly save him and rescue his life. You know, so I think my husband helped him a lot, but that boy was not prepared to change his life. He wanted to completely destroy himself, and he knew that the path he was taking was towards complete destruction. And his parents or society, nobody could help him. So it's very important, friends, that you pass the message. Bollywood is a den of crime and criminals. Bollywood, boycott Bollywood forever. Yes. Yeah, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, coming to the next piece of
So let me take just one more comment, which will,
yeah.
I think, make us feel good. Jayadev, it's regarding Divya. Your channel is very informative about many topics which we would have not known otherwise. Thank you so much, Divya. It makes us feel so good, to hear your words. Now, after Kashmir Files and Kerala Story success, many such similar movies are coming. What do you both think about it? Priyanka, I'm always, happy to see good movies. In fact, now we are watching a serial about, media in TV, OTT, and it looks quite good. But I'm just watching it, so I've just seen the first one, and the actors are doing a good job. So if it's a good movie or a good serial, there will be definitely people to watch it. Yeah, back to you, Jay.
Yeah, then Ajay says a good point. Bollywood will give films like Sanju, Gangubai, Jeffrey the Master, but not the films like the youth needs to be well educated by inspiring plots, not by crime biopics and image cleansing films. Yes, they always glorify, you know, the negative character. They glorify, the mafia. They glorify, dons like Dawood Ibrahim, right? And they
Yeah.
glorify many other, drug lords. And so you can see films like Dawn, and they, sort of glorify each and every, negative personality in real life. So that's what they have been doing. Trumps
They
have decided to. Okay.
bombed the fentanyl drug cartels of Mexico when he was prevented and shamed by Vokes. But the same Vokes did not question the arms aid to
Yes.
Ukraine for war. Don't forget the fact, Maya, that Ukraine is famous for trafficking of women and children. It was one of the centers for trafficking. And they have got underground cages for children, is what has been reported. So there's a lot of this adrenochrome and other sort of things happening. Another things, friends, you remember last Saturday we had Dr. Ganesh with us. And Dr. Ganesh has always been suggesting very good changes to our habits. So one of the habits that I have done, perhaps if you would like to also follow it, is that I have started putting tulsi leaves in the water that I drink, and the taste is really good. So in case you don't want to chew the tulsi leaves, you can put it in the water that you drink in your jug. Let it seep, and when you drink it, it will completely change your system. So please, friends, try this method out. This is something that Dr. Ganesh said would be very good for your health. Yes, Sunanda, it's indeed devastating and massive eye opener. Bollywood ye dar acha hai. Let them be like this. Along with Kerala Story, if you watch Caliphate, you get the, yes, absolutely, international picture of dangerous ISIS. See, the Caliphate is where you see the actual Yazidi women who were gang raped and made sexual slaves. God bless all Indians. बर्बाद हो जाए रकीवुड लाखों लोगों की बद्दुआ है. justice for SSR.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, coming to the next piece of news, and it's with regards to this lady, and her name is Chinmay Sripada, and she's a well-known singer. And now she has questioned the DMK's conflicting stance regarding sexual harassment claims. Now, Chinmay pointed out at the lack of support and overall dismissal of the accusations that she had levied on Tamil Nadu lyricist Vairamuthu. Chinmay also revealed the overall ramifications that she faced professionally owing to the accusations she, levied on this Vairamuthu. The singer commented that the core issue is politicians shielding sexual harassers that are close to them. The singer pointed out that Vairamuthu enjoys close ties with DMK, citing his presence as the chief guest in multiple party events, also pointing out the presence of high-ranking politicians at a lyricist book launch. Calling this a power show, Sripada reflected on how the practice is not exclusive to the DMK, but involves the entire political machinery of Tamil Nadu, which continues to platform and support him. Recalling the dismissal of her sexual harassment accusations against Vairamuthu, Sripada revealed how she had been called a BJP stooge for having named their extremely talented poet out of personal vendetta. Adding weight to the argument, the singer shared how A.R. Rahman's sister A.R. Raihana has herself admitted how Vairamuthu alleged predatory behavior has been an open secret. Commenting on the lack of action taken with regards to her accusations, she revealed how her complaint yielded no results owing to Vairamuthu's strong ties across the political spectrum in Tamil Nadu. Now, DMK stance on Chinmay calling the party out for its conflicting stance has been met with a response which states that the restless protest is centered around the government federation. The government is at liberty to comment. Conversely, calling Sripada's allegations a matter between two individuals, the government has refrained from commenting. Sripada responded to this by pointing out how the Stalin government has actively spoken about various crimes, various similar incidents like Hathras, Katua, as well as other sexual crimes, including child sexual abuse. Citing the lack of any government bodies being involved in these incidents, Sripada asked why her allegations in particular have been overlooked, coupled with an active display of support for an alleged molester who stands accused by more than 16 women. Now, the singer has commented on the vast disparity on how she and Vairamuthu had been treated by the Tamil film industry post her accusations from 2018. So, while Sripada faces a ban, Vairamuthu continues to thrive in the industry alongside being celebrated as well. So, this is how things are happening
So
in the
Chitra
Tamil
says,
film industry,
yeah,
and
Chitra
these
says
accusations have been
Vairamuthu
shocking.
is
Yeah.
a druggie. Yeah. She says Vairamuthu is a druggie and a pervert. His wife left him. So here, what Chitra also says is that this is the movie, this is the series I was talking about. Meenaji, I watched Scoop, Netflix original, and is good. Based on real life media reporter, so much connection between Mumbai police. Yes, it's based on a book. So this is the serial I said.
Yeah.
If you would be interested to watch it, please watch it because as a journalist, I too went through a lot of these phases, and I could actually identify with the characters.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Chitra, yesterday someone mentioned about the Vora report not being out, and I really want to ask the BJP government in the center why the Vora report is not coming out, because we know that the Vora report contains, all the names of big politicians and policemen and many other people who are involved with the mafia, with Dawood Ibrahim, right? So why the Vora report is not coming out is the question that we all should ask, right? Chinmay also pointed out that one of the Vairamuthu's victims who worked for Kamal Hassan had to bear a trauma of helping out a function of Kamal Hassan's party function, where Vairamuthu was the chief guest. Okay, I read on Quora that Ranveer has transferred all the assets, money to his mom, Neetu, okay, so that his wife gets nothing after a divorce. It happens. That's kind of interesting,
Yes, fake
Ade.
marriage, absolutely. The Bollywood loves glorifying red light areas. Latest in the pipeline is Hira Mandi by Bansali. I think Bansali only, has done a PhD on this. We should call Bollywood Hira Mandi. That suits them more than yes, absolutely. Yeah. Meanwhile, as we said, these what do you call who these girls who come as item girls in the movies seem to be richer than even Shah Rukh Khan, because now Moni, I will call her Moni, Moan, Moni Roy has actually launched her restaurant called Badmash. Look at the name itself, Badmash. With her husband. Now, where did the money come from, Moni? Is what I ask. It's the same thing we ask Urvashi Rothera. This palatial house, near the river, near the sea. Who gave you the money? Money is coming from somewhere, though you're not getting any movies. So this is something that they should, I think ED should just find out. Meenaji Wise, Rohan Rai let loose. Where is Siddharth Patani and most dangerous servant Deepesh Sawant? All these criminals are so much protected. Uh, you've been watching all what's happening, Jazz. It's not in our control. Politicians, being politicians, will side with the ones who pay them. So that is all I can say at the moment.
Yeah,
Chinmay was a talented singer. However, she's kind of a leftist and anti Modi propaganda person. She uses her victim card wisely. Never the mess DMK has to answer her. Nevertheless, yes, DMK has to answer her question. Most of the actors are shady characters, and so far, they've been successful in doing their wicked deeds behind their big names.
Namaskaram,
Well,
Ashokji.
welcome, Ashok. Vora report will be like
Yes.
opening of Pandora Bucks, where almost everyone can be inducted, starting with Pawar. Bansali grew up near red light area and used to spend time watching the drama taking place in this area. This Sanjay is something creepy. His movies are always more shot indoors with dull. What a brilliant observation, Savitri. So it's really amusing. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, friends, and this is also quite interesting, I would say. And this guy you see in the picture, and who is he, right? The CBI has booked film producer Jaspreet Singh Walia, alias Bunty Walia, in a case of alleged bank fraud that cost a loss of more than 119 crores to the IDBI Bank. Now, the bank has alleged that GS Entertainment Private Limited was sanctioned a foreign currency loan of USD 2.35 million, which is equal to 10 crore rupees, and a term loan of 4.95 crores in June 2008 under the film financing scheme for the production of Sanjay Dutt, Bipasha Basu starring film Lamha on the personal guarantee of this person, Jaspreet Wadia, and others. According to the original schedule, the film was supposed to release in 2009, but got delayed seemingly due to a dispute between the promoters and the exhibitors from March 2009. The bank has alleged the account turned a non-performing asset on September 30th. Subsequently, the bank appointed PVR as the sole distributor to release the film worldwide, subject to execution of a suitable tripartite agreement between this company GS EPL, PVR, which is the the cinema screen people, and the IDBI Bank, as a commitment from PVR investing an amount of rupees 8 crores for meeting the necessary expenditure on print and publicity and the completion of the remaining post-production work. Now, however, PVR failed to honor the commitment as it had supposedly incurred losses of 83 lakhs, and total revenue collected by it was 7 crores as against the expenses incurred by it on promotion and distribution amounting to 8 crores. Now, the for forensic audit has showed that the company has submitted a fraudulent utilization certificate, diverted the bank funds, and fudged account books. The bank has alleged it has accused this company of committing fraud, cheating, manipulation of records, misappropriation of public funds, misrepresentation, and criminal breach of trust that resulted in the declaration of the loan as fraud. The agency has named Walia, GSEPL, and others under the IPC sections related to criminal conspiracy, cheating, and forgery, as well as provisions of the Prevention of Corruption Act. So this is very big news that the CBI of all has booked film producer Jaspreet Walia in the case of the alleged bank fraud, right,
Yeah.
the IDBI bank, and this is a good move that
Yeah.
is happening, and
Also, Maya, see what you said is right. These wrestlers have rejoined work after days after Amit Shah's meet. Sakshi, Vinesh Fogart and Bajrang Punia resumed their work on May 31st, days after the protesting wrestlers were evicted from Jantar Mantar in Delhi, where they've been protesting since April. So they have also seen the futility of their protests, as it bears absolutely no, has no this thing with the truth. So this is a good move, actually, Maya. So that I'm sure now it has just been fizzled off. Ma'am, I was just going through Wikipedia page of Aditya Chopra. There are revelations about how Aditya Chopra requested Modi in a letter to let the movie release in legal issues and
okay,
one more.
I think she's typing something more,
Okay,
I
okay.
guess.
When Rohan is being portrayed as a boyfriend, actually he may have never even been a boyfriend. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I was thinking how Narendra Modi listens to the request of these producers, and they've been requesting him for the actions of Sushant Singh, and there is no response.
Yes.
About how requested in a letter to let the movie release. Okay. Today, Rahul is seen with friends of Bollywood's Nepo kids, so we know the cartel he's a part of, all druggies. I was thinking, yeah, fine. Statement changed by parents is a really sad because Rohan was supposed to get married to Disha. Controversy section, yes. Good night and Jai. That's all the news for tonight, friends. Good night and
And
Jai.